see. No. Hello, everybody. Hello. Guns. 2-day streak. What? I got pwned. So let's wait a little bit. Hello everybody who's in the stream right now. Welcome to the very first episode of Web Dev with Sonny, and I'm Sonny. I'm pretty excited because I've been taught in a bit, so today is going to be a lot of fun. Before we get started, let's get situated and wait for people to jump in the stream. I'm streaming from Brooklyn, New York right now. Where is everybody from? I see 4 people in the stream right now. How y'all doing? Twitch.tv/SunnyNumber. Cool. Oh, cool. Jersey City. Nice. In real life Fetty. Very cool. How is the audio situation? Good? Cool. All right, let's get started. Hello everybody, my name is Sonny. I am a curriculum developer at Codecademy. You might have taken some of my courses. I've co-authored Learn SQL, Learn Swift, Learn C++, Learn Java, the Data Science Path, Learn Swift, Machine Learning, Law Code, Hardware Programming, and etc. I'm currently working on a VR course right now, but that's top secret. But today, I'm not taking any of the courses I've written. I'm taking the web development path, a path actually, okay? Codecademy's web development path. And there are a couple reasons why I'm doing this stream. One, I always wanted to teach programming on Twitch. And one of my ex-coworkers, Chris Cho, shout out to Chris, was like, why don't you do this right now? You know, it's a great time to do this. 2, I want to get better at communicating. English is my third language, so sometimes working at teams at Codecademy, it's just better to practice. And 3, I think it's also a good opportunity for me to go through one of our highest traffic courses and do some QAing. Okay, I think this is a very difficult time for a lot of people around the world. Everything's kind of on pause right now. So I'm thinking, what can I do during this time that can help out people, give people some entertainment, and why not do something that I do best, which is teach people how to code. Cool. So this stream is going to be every single day, every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. I think that's a pretty good start to see, let's do this for a few weeks and see how it goes. So in the very first episode today, I think I'm going to go over a lesson on Codecademy, the web development path, Introduction to HTML, and give out a code challenge at the end where you can win a Codecademy t-shirt if you do this code challenge. Okay? So if you don't have Codecademy Pro, make sure to sign up. The Pro is free right now for anybody with an EDU or a school email address. Okay, so make sure to get that. Cool. Let's get started. So we're going to start with a web development path. Let me send this out in the chat. Cool. From Hi Kasoko from Roselle. Yeah, where is Roselle? Let's see. Oh, Jersey too. Wow, nice. 2 people from Jersey. Cool. So I sent out the link, so go there. We're going to click on the first module or the first chapter. And instead of clicking on the video, Brooklyn is too expensive. Instead of clicking on the video, let's click on the first lesson, okay? And we're gonna just breeze through this real quick. So give me some sounding. Cool. So, what is HTML? So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, okay? It is the backbone, it's the foundation of all web pages on the internet. And there, as this morning I checked, there are over 1.7 billion web pages on the web. And over 89.8% of the web pages are written using HTML or uses HTML, okay? So markup language is a computer language that defines the structure and presentation of raw text. And hypertext is text displayed on a computer or device that provides access to other text through links, also known as hyperlinks. Okay, very basic stuff. If you haven't used Codecademy before, let me just go through this real quick. On the left-hand side, you have the narrative, followed by one or more checkpoints. In the middle, we have a co-editor. This is where you'll be typing your code. And if you press run, if the code is correct, the checkpoint will turn green. If it's not, it will turn red. On the right-hand side, this is the output. And in this case, it is the browser, okay? And some other functionality just to give you a little bit more. There's some hint that you can click if you need help. We're working on cheat sheets beta right now. This is something I'm really proud of. Working with a bunch of people at Codecademy to make cheat sheets beta. It's 1.0, 1.1 right now. We're gonna do some more UI changes soon. There are also forum links that you can check out if you want more help or so on. Cool. And this file right here, the file name is at the very top. This file is called index.html. .html is the file extension. Similar to, you have an image that's called ocean.png, ocean.jpg, ocean.gif. Okay, so in this case, it's index, that's the file name, .html, and that's a file extension. So let's write some code real quick. In the code editor to the right, type your name in between these two little tags. I'll type my name, hit run, it should turn green, and it is displayed on the right-hand side. Cool, that's a little preview. Let's dive in a little bit deeper. So what we just typed in the last exercise was an HTML element, okay? An HTML element composed of three different things: an opening tag, the content inside, and the closing tag. Most of the time there is a closing tag, okay? And in the opening tag, it's a more than symbol, left angle bracket. The tag name here is P in the image right now, and that's a paragraph, stands for paragraph, and a closing angle bracket. Inside we have a content, so in this case it's hello world, and on the right hand side we have a closing tag, and it's same thing, left angle bracket and a right angle bracket, but in the closing tag there's an extra /, okay? Can you all see my cursor right now? My mouse cursor? I don't see it on the stream. It's okay, we'll figure it out by next stream. We'll try to get better at this as we go. But a lot of times when people talk about tags and elements, they kind of use them interchangeably. I've noticed a lot even at Codecademy. But strictly speaking, the element composed of the whole thing. So opening tag, content, and closing tag. Whereas tag is just the element named, surrounded by the angle brackets. Cool. Click next. So the body tag, the body element. So one of the most important HTML elements that we're going to see every single time is the body element. And it looks very similar to the paragraph element that we've seen, but instead it's a keyword body. Okay. And for people who are confused about what this does, or actually what HTML does, like HTML is the body, right? Suppose we're making, a character. HTML will be the body. We're gonna later learn CSS, and that's where you can customize the clothes essentially. Add, give it a pink shirt, give it a white shirt, give it a blue pants. And JavaScript, which we're going to learn later on in the stream, way down the road, is how you make the body move. Okay. And these three things are very important: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay. So here the instruction says add a body to your web page using the body element. So I'm going to type this in real quick. I'm going to have a closing tag. Boom. Hit run, and add the following code in between your opening and closing tags. So I'm going to add this inside. Hit run. Boom. And the code appears. The text appears. Okay, so HTML structure. HTML is organized similar to like a hierarchy, where when an element is contained inside another element, it is considered the child of that element. And the outer element will be considered the parent element. Okay, so here the body will be the parent element, and the paragraph will be the child element. Okay, and for indentations, we usually put 2 spaces. Okay, 1, 2. And there's something called nesting. Okay, we're gonna see. So H1 tag here will be the grandchild of body tag, the body element, and the child of the div element. So in this case, we're going to add a paragraph below the child of the div element. So let's go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, paste it, hit run. So you can see this appear on the screen. So in this lesson, there are 16 exercises. We're on exercise number 5. Headings. Similar when you're looking at a newspaper article or a blog post on the web, on the internet, you're gonna see things structured in a very nice way, where there's a title, where there is maybe a heading, maybe there's an image, maybe there is a bunch of paragraphs, maybe there's a video and a caption underneath, and this is exactly what HTML does too. Okay, so there's something called a headings element, and there are 6 of them: H1 element, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. And they're all different sizes of font. So for example, if you have a title called breaking news, we're going to use the H1 element. Okay, so let's go to the checkpoint 1. Below the H3 element, the heading that says features, add an H2 heading that says habitat. So we're going to 2 spaces. We're going to add an H2 element called habitat. We're going to have a closing tag. Hit run, and this appeared on the screen. And same thing, we're going to do that for H3, H3, and H2. Okay, very basic stuff. I'm going to skip those for now. Divs. So divs stand for division. These sections are very useful for grouping elements in your HTML together. Okay, so why use divs? It's great for, explain right here. It's great for grouping elements. So divs can contain text, links, images, videos, and so on. So the first instruction says, below the H1 heading, add an opening div tag. Okay, and place a closing div tag after the H3 element. So I'm going to place it right here. And because I'm making these the child, I'm going to add 2 more spaces before each one. Hit run. Oh no, this checkpoint is broken. Sad. Okay, anyways, let's go. Am I in authoring mode? Yeah, let's turn on application off. Cool, attributes. So we learned about elements and tags. Now let's learn something called attribute. So attribute are content added to the opening tag of an element and can be used for several different ways, including providing extra information and to change styling, CSS. We're going to learn that later on. So attributes are made of two following parts: the name of the attribute and the value. Okay? So you want to give an attribute a name and a value. And this is how you do so. Check out this code block right here. Here we have a div element, and we're giving it an attribute name, an equal sign, and we're going to give it a value. And the value is wrapped or enclosed in double quotes. Okay? So now we've given the div element an attribute. So add an ID attribute to the value introduction to the div tag that's below the brown bear h1 heading. Oh, this is really confusing. Let me change this later. Let me take a mental note. Okay, add an ID to the div tag that's below the brown bear h1 heading. Okay, so below the h1 heading right here, there's a div. We're going to add an attribute named ID, give it double quotes, and we're going to give it the value introduction. So now this whole part about brown bears, species, features, everything right here, just highlight this real quick, will be part of the div element. And this div element has an attribute named ID with the attribute value introduction. We're going to do this similarly down here. And an ID attribute to the value, how about to the opening div tag? So there's a div tag right here. ID equals habitat. Hit run, should pass. I like to add spaces, new lines for more readability when we were teaching. Let's add another one, ID equals media. Cool. Displaying text. So let's learn something called the paragraph element. We've actually already seen it in a diagram previously, but paragraphs basically contains a block of plain text. Okay? And span contains short pieces of text or other HTML. They're used to separate small pieces of content that are on the same line as other content. We can skip the span for now. We're not going to need that. So below the H2 element that says about brown bears, right here, add a paragraph opening and closing tag. So P, and then we're going to close it. And we're going to copy this in. The brown bear, Ursus arctos, is native to the parts of northern Eurasia and North America. So we're going to copy everything into the paragraph tag. Now when I hit run, this text should appear in the browser. Boom. Below the H3 element that says features, add a paragraph with the following text. So we're going to copy and paste this. Command C on Mac, that's the short key. Where are you? Species. Oh no, features. We're going to add a paragraph tag and a closing paragraph tag. Boom. This part appear, and let's do one more time. After the H3, we're going to add a paragraph opening tag, copy and paste, and closing tag. Hit run, and this should appear. Very nice. So now we have something that's similar to, it's started to look like a web page now. We can further style our text by using two different elements, two different tags. One's called the M tag, which stands for emphasis, and one's called the strong tag. So the M tag makes things italicized. So a little bit slanted to the right. And the strong tag, which make things bold. So we can use them inside the paragraph element. So here we have a bunch of text inside the paragraph element. The Nile River is the longest river in the world, blah, blah, blah. By including the strong tag wrapped around the Nile River will be italicized. And by putting the M tag around the word longest will be bolded. Okay? I actually remember doing this using MySpace way back in the day, when I used to take care of my old band's webpage. Definitely looks like a site, Fetty said. Oh yeah, this is OG stuff right here. Okay, so let's go continue on. That's actually pretty cool. They actually show the output, what it'll look like. So the Nile River will be bolded, and longest will be italicized. Cool. So in the paragraph that starts with the brown bear, so right here, emphasize the word Ursus Arctos using the M tag. So I'm going to go right here, type M, the opening tag, and a closing tag. So now right here in our output, when I press run, should be what? It should be italicized. Very nice. Checkpoint 2. Oh, these are missing hints. In checkpoint 2, in the paragraph under about brown bears, make the words least concern strong using the strong tag. So least concern, where are you? Right here. I'm going to add a strong tag right here and a closing tag right here. So now the word least concern should be bolded. Very nice. Line breaks. Okay, so when we add line breaks in the HTML file, suppose I add some line space right here, line space right here, line space right here, and I press run. The web page actually don't look any different, and that's because new lines or line breaks in the HTML file actually don't count. So to make that actually work, we have to add something called the BR tag, the break tag. So add 2 line breaks after the sentence that ends with least concern. So after we end the sentence right here, let's add a BR tag and another BR tag. I'm going to put these 2 on the new lines. Now I press run. You can see there is some spacing in between these 2 paragraphs. The BR tag. Cool. So in the next 2 exercises, we're going to showcase 2 ways you can make lists in HTML. So the first type of list is called an unordered list. Okay, and we use something called the UL tag. U stands for unordered and L stands for list. Okay, but when we write a list UL element, we actually need to include a bunch of LI tags, which stands for list. Okay, so a parent UL tag, UL element, and a bunch of children that are list tags. So what this does, it will create a bullet point, a list of bullet points. Okay, so unordered list UL element creates bullet points. Okay, so what will be a good example of UL? Unordered list, because ordered list will be a number system, right? So unordered list will be a shopping list or a to-do list, things like that. So under the heading that says species, right here, create an unordered list. We're going to have an opening tag and a closing tag. Do not add any list items to the list just yet. Press run. So now we're going to add the following. Remember a bunch of list tags, LI tags. Arctos, Colaris. I need my buddy Malcolm in here so he can tell me how to pronounce these. Horribilis. And then Nalsuni. Extinct. Dark. Press run. And now we have a list. An unordered list. Okay, bullet points. Press next. Ooh, my camera's starting to, here, let me make my my video cam a little bit smaller so you can actually see what it looks like. So we went over unordered lists. Now there's something called ordered lists. They're exactly the same, except that each list item, instead of being bullet pointed, it will be numbered. Okay, so like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. And same thing, you have something called the OL tag, which stands for order list, and a bunch of list tags inside. So a good example of this is a cooking instruction, or you're giving out maybe like a map direction, 1 dot, go down Broadway, 2, go turn right on Prince Street, and so on. So, under the heading that says countries with large brown bear populations, add an unordered list. Let's do so. Countries with brown bears, where are you? With large brown bears. Let's add an unordered list, OL, and a closing tag. Excuse me, press run. And inside we're going to add a bunch of 3 different countries using list tags: Russia, United States, for some reason that just reminded me of my Tiger King, Canada. Cool. Press run. If you scroll down, you'll see a number system. Images. So everything we've seen so far are text, and that's no fun. We have something called the image tag that allows people to add images to a web page. So there's something very different about the image tag, is that an image tag is a self-closing tag, meaning it does not have a closing tag. Okay, so this is what an image tag looks like. There is IMG, which stands for image, so an attribute called source, SRC, and a value of the image path, the image URL. Okay, so this image is called image.location.jpg. .jpg is just a file extension. Okay. So under the media H2 heading, right here, add an image. So we're going to do an IMG, have a source attribute, and set equal to this URL right here, this link right here. And we're going to close it. Hit run, and now if you scroll down, you'll see an image. Ooh, I need to add a hint here to tell people to scroll down. Okay. 2 more exercises. Image alts. So the alt attribute, which stands for alternative text, brings meaning to the images on our sites. So the reason why we want to do this is that sometimes images fail to load and we want to give out a description to the image, or sometimes there are a lot of visually impaired users browsing the website and they're using screen reading software to hear what the image is. So it's always good to add an alt attribute. Okay. Oh, cool. This is something I didn't know before. So the alt attribute also plays a role in search engine optimization, SEO, because search engines like Google cannot see the images on websites as they crawl the internet. Having descriptive alt attributes can improve the ranking of your site. Interesting. Cool. Let's add the alt attribute to image and include the description. So here, let's go right here. Alt equals, let's call it, what should we call it? Brown bear selfie. Hit run. Very nice. Videos. So in addition to images, HTML also supports displaying videos. So using the video tag. that requires a source attribute with a link to the video source. But unlike the image tag, the video element require an opening and closing tag. So an opening tag and a closing tag. And inside the video, oh wow, there are actually quite a few different attributes. So there's a width attribute, set the width of the video size, the height of the video, and something controls. The controls attribute instructs the browser to include the basic video controls: pause, play, and skip. So the text inside the opening tag, the opening element, and the closing tag, will be displayed if the browser is unable to recognize the video, to load the video. Okay, so in the checkpoint 1, under the image, right here, we're going to create a video tag. And we're going to have the following URL. So I'm going to do source equals, and I'm going to copy and paste this in. I'm going to close it with a video tag. Hit run. Let's see. Yay, this is video. But as you can see, there's no way to play the video. So let's define a width of 320 pixels, height of 240, and then we're going to add the controls attribute. Yay, now you can actually play it. Oh wow, I've never seen it before. I think I've taken this course way back in 2015, but I don't remember this. Checkpoint 3, in the opening and closing video tags, we're going to add some text. So we're going to add something called video not supported. So suppose this URL doesn't work anymore, this text will be displayed. Cool? Cool, we did it. We just completed the very first lesson of the web dev path. Okay, and here are some review that we learned about a bunch of different tags: the body tag, from H1 to H6 tags, the M and strong tags that make words italicized and bold. We learned about the line break tag, the BR tag, 2 different types of lists: order list and unordered list, images and videos. So you can download the cheat sheet right here, so you can remember this later on. Make sure to bookmark this. And I'm gonna give out a code challenge. Okay? I'm gonna make this into a video later and post it on YouTube, but here is the code challenge. I'm gonna give out a quick assignment first. Make sure to watch the video. There's a video before this by Thursday. Make sure to complete this lesson and the quiz. So we have a video, lesson, and quiz. The video should just be called Introduction to HTML, Introduction to Web Dev. The lesson is called Introduction to HTML, and the quiz is also called Introduction to HTML. And you'll find this on the web dev path. So let me copy this path real quick. Okay. So make sure to watch this video, Introduction to Web Development. Make sure to take this, Introduction to HTML, and make sure to take this little quiz. Okay? And also, here's a really cool part about after you learn HTML. On every single web page, you can actually right-click, click Inspect, and you can see the HTML that's written. And you can actually manipulate this, right? So let's find this, let's inspect it, find Learn HTML, click right here. You can actually change the text. Let's call it Learn Sonny's live stream. Hit enter, and boom, the website changes. Cool? All right, here is the code challenge. I'm gonna post on Twitter later too, but build a page for your favorite band using everything we learned, and post the output, post a screenshot on Twitter with two different tags, Web Dev with Sonny, and Codecademy. Okay? And I'm going to show you a few other things that you can do. Okay, let me go here to make your. How do I get it back again? Right here. So use everything we learned, use all the elements and tags that we learned, and build a web page for your favorite band. Okay? And you can do this on the review exercise. And send a screenshot, post a screenshot on Twitter with those two hashtags, and I can check it. And on Thursday, I'll pick a winner and give out a Codecademy t-shirt. Okay? So here are a few other tags that are really cool. There's something called a bling tag. Hello. Let's see if this works here. Oh no, it doesn't. Let's try for the marquee work. Marquee works. The marquee tag. Please work. Yay, the marquee works. Okay. So I'm gonna get started on mine and show you how to what it should look like. So let's do let's do Justin Bieber. Oh, actually, let's do a real one. Let's do Level Up. Band called Level Up. You can do, let's do band members. Hit run. Now we can, dude 1, dude 2. Person 3. Actually, no, let's do guitar player, but make it realistic, okay? Do it for real for yours. Guitar player, drummer, bass player, singer. Sponge, Bob, and run. Cool, so you have a list of band members, and here I'll change it to the band biography. Make sure to have some image and maybe a link to their Spotify profile. Cool? Did everybody get that? Yay. The cheat sheets are great. Thank you. Yeah, we're still working on the cheat sheets, by the way. So hopefully we can polish them up in the next few weeks. But they're looking pretty good right now. One problem right now we do have with cheat sheets is that the cheat sheets are not ordered. So if you go right here, let's see it. HTML element, tag. Well, actually, these are pretty decent. Okay, so they're not too bad. But they're actually in a random order, believe it or not, these review cards. But I'm thinking making this a little bit wider, so it's not too long. Okay. Would it be possible to let students know which lessons have been available? I found myself taking notes in the lesson off of the cheat sheet. I wouldn't have taken notes myself had I known they were there. Okay, so I think for all the courses right now, we should have cheat sheets available. And this just got added like 2 weeks ago. Also, by the way, this is a perfect time to ask any questions. We're done with the stream. Make sure to submit a web page of your favorite band that you made. Screenshot it, post it on Twitter using those two hashtags I just posted in chat, and you'll be able to get a Codecademy t-shirt. Okay, everybody. Thank you for joining me for the very first stream. Hopefully we can, keep on doing this. I'm gonna try to get better at this. I need to figure out how to make the mouse cursor show up on the stream. But yeah, make sure to bookmark this page. Follow me on Twitter or if you have any more questions, or on Twitch. And see you on Thursday at 3 p.m. Peace, everybody.